tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Oh yeah, people going in on the chat, but so I woke up this morning, and Twitter was in a frenzy because a video surfaced of a restaurant owner chastising his patrons for twerking in his establishment. Mm-hmm. Right, I saw the video, and then the discussion became, we should cancel him. We should cancel his restaurant because he's talking down on people. Then the other side of it was, well, it's his establishment. He should be able to determine what goes on in his establishment. And then it became like a whole big thing. Right? Did you see the video?
I saw his
response.
His response. Yes.
Did you see it?
I did.
So this restaurant is called Truth. I think the Truth Kitchen, something to that effect.
Where's this place at? Where's this located? Anybody know? Now. In the chat, do you know?
I'm gonna get it right now. It's probably at ATL because it was Dallas.
Oh, it's Dallas.
Okay, it's one of those because they wide open, like they was inside and all that. So, at first, when I first saw the video, I saw him talking about all the money he had invested into this building and things like that. But he lost me, and I'll keep it a buck. He lost me when his tone became like really condescending towards the women he was talking to.
Yes.
Right? I think he was completely in his right to say what he wants and what he doesn't want within his establishment. That's his business. Right.
Just a code of conduct.
Yeah, and
a general code of conduct.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
But I just think it's always how you say it. You know what I'm saying?
It's how you say it, and I thought he made it more about himself.
Right.
Than about really trying to get to the root of the problem and asking these young ladies, let's have a code of conduct here so that families can come and feel safe, and their children are not exposed to a little bit more than what we want them to. So in that sense, I agree with him, but it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
And how he said it came off wrong. You don't get at no sisters like that. I'm surprised they didn't beat him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to keep it a buck, throw his ass through a glass window or something. So he has to understand now, twerking is a part of the culture now.
Okay.
Right? It's a big part of the culture. It's not going anywhere. As much as we would, and it's the weirdest thing because the camera comes on and women just start shaking their ass. It's like, wow, like this is 2021 and that's your communication to us? Through the camera. So, but we understand it's a phenomenon now. But what he's saying is, save that for certain places. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be on my damn kitchen table, or my dining room table, twerking, drawing attention to yourself, because that's a vibration I don't want in my establishment. I worked hard. I had a vision to bring a place, because he did say that, where you guys can come and have a good time. This was not on the list, so he should have went about it differently and said, listen.
Well, I saw his response to somebody. He said that he went to them a couple of times.
Yes.
And he asked them, and I saw another angle from the video before he, made the public service announcement. And he's talking to them, like he's talking, it looks like he's being respectful. You can't really hear what's happening. And then the second time when they came back, Shorty was on the furniture, on the glass twerking. And he's just like, yo, that's when he kind of went off. So I've always believed like there's a certain time and place for everything. We as a community, we hold value in what society tells us to hold value in, right? Those black women would not go to Tiles, would not go to Philippe's, would not go to these places and twerk on their furniture.
Absolutely, absolutely. And they'll be thrown out on their ass immediately.
And won't cancel those owners.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We're so quick to cancel our own, but we won't cancel people who have knowingly been doing this wrong.
No, this is a fact.
Y'all had people tell you how to vote for Biden. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, yes. So
come
that
on,
should be enough.
I don't want to go into that, but come on.
And that's the thing about it.
They were twerking at the police on Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
So this is what I mean by this is a trigger or something. This is a low vibration trigger.
Yeah.
That now, instead of singing "We Shall Overcome," we just gonna twerk. You know what I mean? And twerking is like, aren't y'all tired of twerking? Jeesh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those sisters have to be held accountable as well. Exactly, Tad. Exactly. I agree. Like, you wouldn't do that in somebody else's establishment it's a place for that, and that the place for that may be in the club, where it's more of a dancing environment. We're here eating.
Some of the responses I was seeing was that because they showed pictures of the food and the bottles that they were ordering, and they was saying like, well, if an establishment serves alcohol like that, then I should be able to twerk whenever or dance whenever I want. And I was just like, so that to me, that lends to
that theory is flawed.
It's horrible, but it lends to a larger discussion when it comes to self-control and alcohol.
Absolutely. It means to say that because alcohol is served, all bets is off.
Yeah.
So wherever they serving alcohol, shit, maybe I should just start stripping. How about we just start throwing ones on the table? Right? Mm-hmm. Imagine that happened and everybody stood around the table in his restaurant and started throwing ones. Now, what does that do for the value of his restaurant?
Somebody said he hired a DJ. Oh, I've been to restaurants with DJs in it.
And ain't nobody twerking. Everybody, it creates a great environment. You hear the DJ rocking. Everybody's eating. It's a social gathering. We're here to have a good time. I've never got up in the middle of a restaurant and just started dancing. Never in a restaurant. Yeah. Now, I've been to a lounge,
right? Exactly.
Where they push the tables to the side, and you can get up and it's like a little after party. I'm not talking about that. I've never been to a sit down. Good evening, sir.
Exactly.
And I'm chilling, and all of a sudden my song come on, and I decide I want to get up and just start rhyming. Imagine that niggas just start MCing in the middle of the. I stand on the table and start kicking bars. This is the same shit.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Yo, this is Black Dot kicking bars. Here to get my mix CD. Just imagine, you know what I'm saying, how embarrassed you would be for me. So yeah, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. You know what I mean? That they would even consider. And then let's go behind the scenes. You know how hard he worked to build his restaurant?
Dude.
You know, in COVID,
right?
Like I'm trying to get this thing popping. You know, he probably in debt already. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Trying to hold this thing afloat, and he's saying, "Let's have a place to sit down and relax." God damn, I don't know why that's so hard.
Somebody said start rapping about steaks.
Yeah, just start rapping about steaks and sirloins and get my new mix CD.
Yeah, that's funny.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yo, it was crazy. Somebody else mentioned it in the chat. Somebody said that because it was a conversation about black people ruining brunch. Twitter lost it that day. But like, because if you're in NYC, I can't speak for anywhere else. There was places like Woodlands in Brooklyn that was a brunch spot. People went crazy there, but it wasn't a tightly sitting place where
every restaurant has its atmosphere and its nuance.
It's called couth. Like just
couth. That's it. Know when and when not to. Like when I go to the Harlem Tavern, great spot. They have a band playing,
but you don't see people getting up.
No, it's just a great atmosphere. Yeah. So certain places, all right, at a certain time they're gonna let us turn up.
Right.
We might turn up a little bit, but you just don't jump on somebody's table, and because it's showing disregard for any kind of respect for what it is that we do. Because I probably would be pissed. You know what I mean? Unless she had a big fat ass. Then I might let her finish.
And then I'm going to ask you to get down.
No, on a serious tip. So yeah, these are the things that no etiquette, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can take niggas out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of niggas. I'm sorry.
Also, I'll say when we come back from...
And this is why what happened was rich people used to have certain restaurants like Chow's. Tao. What is it? Tao?
Tao's, yeah.
I've never been there, so... Where they could go and feel... But niggas got money now. So niggas are showing up with their boys and acting like niggas. So now rich people are like, God damn, we can't even go eat nowhere because money is not the deciding factor anymore.
Yeah.
It has to be class. Right now, we're looking for a certain level of people. You can't come in here. You know what I mean? Because money is not the issue. These young niggas will throw wads of cash. Hey, Chinese motherfucker, cook my food up, motherfucker. Everybody here, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Bring some bottles. And you be sitting there like, God damn. Is this what success is?
Yeah.
So it's just some of the things we have to think about.